walk through this one. First and foremost, everything you said, what we expected, let's turn a little bit here. What we expected, the other way, come the other way, right there. What we expected out of them was just that bunch of Dolphins over there, I'm going to tell you this, boy, they came to play. And it wasn't to the fourth quarter you're able to pull away. But, man, you make a run, they come back. You make a run, they come back. But your team did what they had to do, particularly the last 7.5 minutes of the game. You just took control.
Well, you're exactly right. And hats off to them. They played a hard-fought game, which we knew they would. But the biggest stat is only giving up 6 in the fourth quarter. And that's, I mean, our DNA, what we pride ourselves on is defense. And they were shooting 41% from the field. Let's see what they got tonight for the game. They were 26.
Yeah,
you know, so
that's
huge. That's
huge.
16. Even though they had 2 girls get double digits, and obviously, you know, their better one played well. But if we give up 13 points on 18 shots, I can live with that. But bottom line, man, was the fourth quarter. I just thought we did a much better job early on. I mean, this was the first time we played in this type of environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With football, baseball, soccer, softball, you know, everybody was here. Men's basketball, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the first time with the band. I mean, the last time we played at home was on that Saturday against Hines, and, you know, just there wasn't many people here. So
I think me, you, and Mark and your team.
That's right. The 3 refs. But, you know, the biggest thing that sticks out to me, obviously, is Tay. I'm just so proud of her. I mean, she goes for 19. Brandy has 18, and I didn't think she played a great game. That's what's so crazy because of the 5 turnovers. Mm-hmm. And that position just gets coached so hard with her and Ty. Mm-hmm. Because all 3, me and both assistants, that's what we played in college with point guard. So we just understand that position so much. I think they may have been pressing a little bit in the first half. I think that showed with our play, Carey. You know what I mean? Because here's the crazy thing. Our turnovers, so we had 19 for the game, but all of our turnovers, it seemed as if they were in transition. Mm-hmm. We didn't have many, I think 2, maybe 3 in the half court. So all of our turnovers were in transition. We weren't running our lanes the correct way. So I'm just glad we got a win.
Big point in the game here. I know I have it marked over here if I can look over. We were up 4 points in the game. You call a timeout. We run an inbounds play. We run the set perfectly, get the offside board. That was a huge point in the game there.
That was. I thought there was a few other times that we executed the first play to start the second half to get Tay that 3. That's exactly what we drew up at halftime, and then we drew it up again right there. But you're right. I mean, in every possession when you get to the playoff time, not that in the regular season it's not, but every possession is so critical. The one thing I'm most proud of, you know, and I mean this, you only had 2 girls tonight, 2 girls that ever played postseason here, and that was Tay and Turner. Mm-hmm. And so for us, and that's our first playoff win since I've been here. I'm so glad to get that off my back. And I was talking with Seth before the game. Coach Smith came. I'm giving him a shout-out. He came and spoke to the girls, did a phenomenal job, got us motivated. And I was talking with him. I said, man, we got to get that off our back. And he said, man, don't fret about that. He said, you can't coach any different. He said, if you think about that, you'll start coaching different than what they're used to responding to. He said, stay yourself. He said, man, if it don't come tonight, it will come. You're doing everything the right way. So I want to give a special shout-out to Coach Smith for always being in my corner. All of our coaches, man, that are here. Just everybody's so supportive. Everybody's in our corner. Everybody texts today, good luck. They know how much this game means to Pearl River, obviously to me personally, but to our program and for our institution.
Let's talk about Shavers and Taylor on the boards. 11 and 8 boards, battled in there. And their player, Davis, what did she end up with? I had her around
15.
I had her at 13. So she is a great rebounder.
She was.
A great first jump. But, boy, I thought that your ladies just battled her down there.
We did.
And there were times down there that I thought that your team did a great job going to the floor and forcing some jump balls. There was a lot of times people get lazy. I didn't see that tonight.
Yep, you're right. And, you know, the ceiling is so high for this team. You know, the expectations are just so high. And it's every little thing that I want them to be so good at. And Kiki battled, man. But you're right. I mean, Markavia and B. Taylor, I am so glad that they've got Pearl River on their chest. And we get a chance to coach them for 2 years. Man, those are special young women. And I had a long talk with Markavia. I thought Ty, you know, let's look at Ty's stat. And I'm tough on Ty. So Ty goes 0 for 4, 5 turnovers in 15 minutes. And I want, Ty can be so good, man. She's so talented. She has the correct makeup. She has everything in her DNA. I mean this, to be so special. And we've seen that the Central game at Colin, Meridian the other night. You know, and I need her to take that next step with a maturity standpoint. And I feel certain that she'll get there. But you're right, man. Markavia was solid. Brandy was good. I mean, how about Kiki, man? She's she's just a do-it-all type player, man. She's so invaluable. Her intangibles are limitless.
For 5'11", she moves so well. As you said, she square up. She can square it up, shoot it outside, even shoot it behind the arc. And I'm going to say this, very nifty around the basket.
She is.
She finds a loose ball. She found a couple of loose balls tonight where, she positioned herself right after seeing, and I'm going to say this kind of a volleyball action. Then you look up, she's got the ball in her hand.
Yep, you're right. You're right. And think about this, too, going back to a point in the game. I think we were up in the first quarter, maybe the second quarter. Anyways, we had, I think, extended it 24-12 when Tay hit a three down here in this left
I can
wing.
tell you exactly.
Boy, you're good. You're better than Dick Vitale. Jay Billis and them don't have nothing on you, son.
That actually put us up 22-12.
22-12. Okay, so 10 point. So that play right there was so huge, but they just kept chipping back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Chipping back, coming back, chipping back, coming back. And that's what I told the girls at halftime. I didn't grind them. I just told them, hey, relax, we're good. We won the first 20 minutes. Now we got to win the next 20 minutes.
Right.
But, man, I just thought plays down the stretch. I really challenged our guards to get better rebounds down the stretch. For example, Tay has 5 rebounds for tonight. That's really good. Brandy only had 1. She's got to get more. Kiki was 6. Turner had a big one real late. Ty with 3. We just got to rebound the guard better at that guard spot because we're putting so much pressure on BT, Markavia, and Kiki to clean up everything on that back line.
Scotty, you're sitting here, you're up 43-36. They score free throw. A bucket. They had an and one. They missed it. Made it 43-38. And then you just go, and that was at, let me see, the 6-8 fourth quarter. You went on for a minute and a half there. You hit 3 free throws and a bucket, and then you come back, and after they hit 1 free throw, and then you go on a 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, a 14-0 run.
Wow.
And, man, when you get that kind of performance late in the game, and I think y'all wore them down just a little bit.
We did.
I mean, I look at and their ball. You talked about their guard, Dominguez. She's a good ball player. I think late in the game, the freshness of your guards with Ty and Brandy and Tay, guarding her, little matchup you were doing down here, I think it wore her late in the game. And she got 1 bucket there late in the game, but in the stretch of there when the game was still in contention, I thought you wore down.
You're exactly right. And I thought we were limiting them, other than obviously the girl getting 15 rebounds.
Yeah.
And she got 10 offensive. We did a very good job there late of limiting them to 1 shot and grabbing that rebound and getting out and running with it. And like I said, I just felt like our transition game was not – and I told the girls this at halftime. If we had made a few more extra shots right there around the rim, we only shot 4 free throws in the first half. We make them. We're up 14-18. Mm-hmm. Instead, we're up 4 at half. Yeah. You know what I mean? So every possession is just so critical. But, man, I'm just so proud of our girls and what they did tonight. They were awesome, man. They deserve all the credit. This is it's just a great win, man, for our kids. And you got to think out there, man, a lot of times we're playing all freshmen.
Yeah.
And Tay.
Absolutely.
And Tay's minutes last year, because we were so dominant with our sophomore lineup, Tay's minutes last year were not a reflection of the minutes she's playing this year. So, man, hats off to our girls. I'm just so happy for them. At the end of the day, we come in here and the goal was to get to the Elite 8. That's the way we're approaching this.
Well, you get that shot Monday night, you're going to play the winner of Jones and –
so they played Delta, Jones and Delta. Jones and Delta.
And you'll have to be on the road for that. If Jones wins, if Delta wins, they come here.
That is correct.
And we don't have a final on that. Most likely Jones, number 1 in the nation, will win it. Let's talk about last time you played them, though. You played them a close ball game right to the very end.
Yeah, and that's, you're exactly right. And obviously we know who they are.
Yeah.
They're 4 straight regional champions. We have a lot of respect for their coaching staff, for their players. They're a very talented bunch. They'll be extremely well prepared. They are the Goliath and we are David, and we understand that. And we'll take the next few days to get us prepared, but we know that they'll be as equally prepared for us. What the biggest thing I'll have to preach to our girls is, we can't take the approach. That was the second game of the year. Jones has played so many more games than us. They've, you got to think, man, that's another 3rd game, and that's going to be 48 days.
48 days.
You know what I mean? It's just, but the girl, I just cannot continue to brag on our girls enough, Carey, for the resiliency that they show, man, the character that they display each and every day with the virus, the way they've handled this. I'm just so proud, and it's an honor to be their coach. And I tell them that all the time. It's an honor to coach you.
Yeah.
It's an honor to coach this group. I've never been in my 14 years of doing this, I've never been in a situation, and a lot of coaches haven't been in this season where you've got so many adversity, and adversity reveals your character. And tonight I thought we had our best character on display. But we'll have a challenge Monday night, regardless who we play. But we have a lot of respect, and we know we got a tall task in front of us.
Big win tonight, though. 22-point win against a quality ball club.
No question. I mean, they were 9-5 on the year, man. Finished with a 9 seed, and man, I mean, that's the best bunch he's had since I've been here. And my uncle and I were talking about it, but there's no doubt he does a good job. He mixed it up, you know, and great guard play. And like you said, the girl on the glass, Davis was strong, but I'm just so glad we were able to get that first playoff win. And because I could tell, I heard right afterwards, Coach Carter comes to me and says, Coach, that was our first playoff win for you? I said, yeah. She said, man, I'm so happy to get that. But so the girls were even talking about it. And I never mentioned it. I mentioned it to Coach Smith. But
I wasn't going to mention it to you in the pregame either.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But, man, this place is special. It means so much to me. Man, it starts at the top. Dr. Beerwood and his wife, they're awesome, man. Our administration is first class. But the coaches, I can't brag on our coaches. I can't brag on our student athletes enough. Mitch Williams asked me Monday night on his show, he said, what's the biggest thing you've enjoyed about being an athletic director? And I said, man, working for these head coaches and serving them, but watching everybody else win. And I'm just glad that our girls get a chance to win. This is not about me, man, by no means. I have such a small piece, you know, or play such a small piece in the puzzle. These girls, my assistant coaches, but everybody deserves credit. You guys do a phenomenal job of promoting, you know, our culture, our atmosphere. I think I've asked the girls this, what do you think when you think of Pearl River women's basketball? And one of them say family and love, you know, and we're going to play hard. We're going to do what we do on the court, but it's just a special team, man. It's a special group, and I'm just honored to be the coach here. And I mean, and obviously the athletic director as well to serve them, man. It just, I feel like I'm living in a dream. And I know I've told you this before, but you just think about it. At 13 years old, I was riding a Greyhound bus up and down Highway 11, and I'd step off right there across that gas station. And I'd look and say, man, I want to play basketball in college one day. And I had a little Shoney's basketball. And then I look at that banner every day I come in here, 2003.
Special.
It is, and I'm just so appreciative of the opportunity that's been afforded to me from our administration, our board of trustees, Dr. Beerwood, and then honored to coach these girls. I freaking love y'all, man. Fired up, Carey.
64-42. Wildcats advance to Monday night, next round of the playoffs. Great job.
Sounds good. Say it again.
Wildcats advance to the next round play. I didn't want to talk about, you know, and you and I are very close. I did not want to bring it up in the pregame on purpose. I did not.
And I appreciate that.
And I said I did not want to talk about it. I had a good feeling about tonight. I knew it was going to be tough.
Yeah,
and it was for 3+ quarters. But in the end, you girls got after it and got a big win.
You talking about last year, just such a sick taste. Overtime, 68-67. I'll never forget that game. Just they hit 2 buckets into regulation and then overtime, and that one.
The year before that, one that rattled around didn't go down.
Ran against Colin in the region. So
I remember it all.
I know. But hopefully, good thing luck fell our way tonight.
Got to get a dog bark.
Yes, sir.
Pearl River Community College invites all prospective students to come on board the river for the 2021 Wildcat Experience. Tuesday, April 20th, come to Poplarville's campus for a day of information and fun. We'll have faculty, staff, and students on hand to help you register for enrollment and answer any questions you may have about your freshman year at the river. Refreshments will be served and free tickets to our baseball game, soccer match, and the PRCC choir concert will be given out. Visit prcc.edu to register today.